Anyone see him? Any sign? No? While we wait for Batman to arrive at Beach Blanket Babylon, I think we should have a chat with my mate A-Trak, who's in London. It's normally quicker than this. Must have been a robbery or something.
Barbra Streisand. Barbra Streisand.
A-Trak, thanks very much for taking some time out of a hectic schedule to come and see us again.
Pleasure.
Last time I saw you, you were in the process of your Ketchup Tour. I think that was late last year.
Yeah, that's right.
How did that go?
It was great. It was really cool. You know, the whole ketchup theme, it's kind of a front, to be honest. I didn't really find any new, you know, types of ketchup, but I did some good shows. So
yeah.
I was happy. Yeah, that's just a name that I gave to some of my Europe tours last year. Europe and UK. Sorry, in North America. We think of UK and Europe as just Europe.
Like the same thing.
Yeah, it's just, you know, across the pond.
Compared to the size of America, it kind of is the same thing, you know? Like,
yeah.
It feels like you're going across a continent when you travel from state to state over there.
Yeah.
People actually turn up to gigs with like ketchup themed pictures of you and
yeah, that has happened. Yeah, it's funny because like through Twitter and Instagram and things like that, like we can just like throw out the most ridiculous jokes and people buy into it. But yeah, then it's fun because then there's like a sort of you know, it's like having an inside joke.
Yeah.
You know, there's like recurring jokes and themes with the fans. So you know, it can get as crazy as you want.
It's a good way of knowing that the stuff you're writing on Twitter is actually getting through to people.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you guys are reading, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Really? Yeah, like sometimes, you know, just you send out a tweet and you sort of don't think about it, and then someone will come and talk to you about it like 2 months later. Like, I really like the thing you said about blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like,
what was that?
Yeah.
So you're over here this time, it's a bit more of a flying visit, you're not touring, you've done a couple of festivals. You did Parklife on the weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Parklife with Mark Ronson, back-to-back set. That was really fun. And so yeah, there wasn't mud up to here or up to anywhere. It was just, you know, grass and tents and good music. Thought the lineup was really good. I've done a few of these back-to-back sets with Ronson the last couple months. This one actually is the last that we've had scheduled for a little while. But yeah, it was fun, and I was really happy to see some of my friends. You know, Danny Brown, who's on Fool's Gold.
Nice. So you played back-to-back with quite lots of different acts, actually. Does your set vary between the different DJs that you play back-to-back with?
Yeah, definitely. That's to me, that's part of the fun of doing these back-to-back sets, is just sort of figuring out, you know, the sweet spot with different DJs. Because I play a lot of different genres, and I can play even like more aggressive or more sort of groovy or hip hop or whatever. It's fun to do these sets with other DJs because you sort of figure out, you know, not even just the styles of music, but even kind of the pace, you know, and
with that in mind, one of your major collaborators is the Duck Sauce project with Armand Van Helden.
Yes.
And I understand you've got a new single ready, and that's coming out on the 25th of...
Yeah, exactly, yeah. We've actually got the full album done. But yeah, the first single is called It's You, and it comes out on the 25th with a video. And you know, anytime Duck Sauce does a video, it has to be like some sort of, you know, crazy statement, because you know, the videos we've done so far set the bar a certain way. So Duck Sauce project originally started as just Armand and myself sort of making tracks for fun, you know, and figured we'd do a few EPs or something. But I think even as soon as like, once Barbra Streisand really took off, we started thinking about album. You know, here we are now with the album ready to go.
The fact that you're both so busy with your own projects as well and your own gigs and tours.
Yeah.
How do you find the time to sit down and actually work on even just an EP? Like, you must have had to put some time aside to...
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I've sort of learned over the years that it helps to try to block off a bit of time, because at first, you know, I was DJing for a long time before really producing, right? So I was used to just always being on the go. And when I started producing, it was kind of through remixes at first. And that's something that I could, slide in here or there. And I kind of kept that habit for a while of producing on the road, producing on my laptop, doing things in bits and pieces.
So, having seen you on Holy Shit, I did actually see you another time, but not in person. I was in New York a few weeks ago for the Red Bull Music Academy.
Oh yeah.
And I was in my hotel room and I had the television around, just chilling out.
Yeah.
And your face pops up on television as like the face of Grey Goose. Is it like a cherry?
Yes, Grey Goose Cherry Noir, yeah.
How did that come about?
I filmed that a little over a year ago. And it's, they approached us. I think it was actually, the director specifically that had an idea of a few music people that he wanted to have in the video. There's a couple other people in the video who are musicians, but a bit smaller profile. But it was, I'm flattered that he thought of me, and it was cool.
It was quite surreal seeing it, but it kind of, for me, also was a bit of a statement. It kind of shows you just how the DJ is perceived in the media now. You know, like they're seen as rock stars. Like, how has your life changed because of that?
I don't think my life has changed, and I've been DJing for over 15 years, and I've seen, I've been through various chapters where there's been, some level of recognition in different shapes and forms, and I think, what's happening now, there's definitely more of a mass awareness on DJing, compared to other times where it would be like more of a niche. But, I guess the main difference is just that the reach is a bit more universal, even in terms of, music press, like, Billboard magazine putting myself, Diplo, and Skrillex on the cover last year, things like that, like a sort of, general phenomenon where people are just saying like DJing is it right now. But it's not like I can't walk down the street or anything. Like it's not on that level.
So to wrap up, what is next for A-Trak and Fool's Gold?
On the A-Trak side, we talked about Duck Sauce. That's a big deal for me to have not only a single but a whole album plot laid out for the year. As far as myself, working on an EP for sort of end of summer, early fall. Couple remixes always. Even when I say that I'm stopping remixes, I never fully stop. So there's one for Kavinsky that comes out at the end of this month, and I'm just wrapping up 2 at the moment. One for Jack Beats, actually, our friends. So a few things on that tip, and actually a bit more production for other artists and just rappers that I enjoy and stuff. So, and on the Fool's Gold side, many album projects slated. LP and Killer Mike have an album called Run the Jewels that we're putting out in the summer. I'm really happy to have teamed up with them. Danny Brown album late August. Party Supplies is a guy that we signed 2 years ago, who's been slowly but surely working on this project, and it came together. We mastered it yesterday. That's going to be out in July. And a lot of singles and EPs in the midst of all this, a couple new signings. Just more merch, more everything, global domination.
Global domination,
yeah.
I think that kind of sums up exactly the vibe I'm getting from you guys at the minute. But thanks very much for passing through. It's always a pleasure to see you. Nice to see you in the UK as well.
Yeah.
Great, and enjoy Isle of Wight Festival.
Yes.
And we'll be looking out for all your future projects.
Great, thanks.
Music.